Hey folks, it's Andy from Mountainside Ski and Ride, located right here at Wachusett Mountain ski area. Today on Snow Gear, we're going to talk a little bit about beginner skis, entry-level skis, novice skis, whatever you'd like to call them. Basically, your first pair of skis. The beautiful thing about Wachusett Mountain is thousands of people come from all over New England to learn how to ski. We have a 3-lesson package that includes 3 rentals, and by the time they're done with their 3rd day of skiing, they're hooked and they can't wait to come into Mountainside and buy their first pair of skis. These aren't skis that are going to see in glossy magazine spreads. They're not the skis that are going to make the top 10 best gear that you have to own this season. But you know what? We sell more of these skis than any other type of ski here at Mountainside. If this is you and you can't wait to get on your first pair of skis, check out the rest of this video and welcome to Snow Gear. So you've decided to buy your first pair of skis. Maybe you've taken some lessons, maybe you've rented skis before, you're starting to get better, and you're ready to take the plunge and purchase your first pair of skis. We're here to tell you everything you need to know about coming into Mountainside and what to expect when purchasing your first pair of skis. Before you purchase your first pair of skis, make sure you get your boot situation sorted out. Come into Mountainside, make an appointment with a boot fitter. We're going to fit you with the most comfortable, high-performing boots for your skill level at this time. Nothing is going to help you progress faster than a proper fitting pair of ski boots. So almost all beginner skis share the same 3 things that make them so easy to ski. The skis are lightweight, they're flexible, and they're easy to turn. So let's take a deeper look into why these skis are so easy to work with on the hill. One of the most important qualities of a beginner ski is that it's lightweight. The actual construction of the ski is a little bit different from an intermediate ski, an advanced ski, or an expert ski. The actual core of the ski is generally made of a lightweight wood or a synthetic core, which makes it much easier for a beginner to ski on all day. We don't want you dragging heavy skis all around the mountain, getting tired, and frankly, we just want you to fall in love with the sport. We want you to get in as many turns as possible and come back again and again. So why are beginner skis so easy to turn? Well, basically, it's the design and the shape of the ski. If you tip the ski on its edge, you're going to have an empty space right along here. The tip of the ski is touching the snow. The tail of the ski is touching the snow. As soon as you apply any pressure, the entire ski is now touching the snow. The side cut, the tip of the ski, the tail of the ski. But now the ski is curved. So the momentum that's carrying you down the hill, as soon as you tip your ankles, tip your boots, tip your skis, the skis are going to start to go around a corner. It's fantastic. It really is that easy. Now you reverse it and go back the other direction. You go back and forth down the hill. And that's how you make your turns. It's really, like I said, it's built into the ski. Now, earlier we mentioned how important it was that a beginner ski be flexible. This is where the flexibility of the ski becomes so important. So if I tip the ski and I add some pressure, remember we talked about now the entire length of the curved ski is going across the snow. If the ski is too stiff for you to bend it at this point, if you can't access the entire length of the ski, you're not going to be able to control the ski. The skis are just going to skid away from you and you're not going to feel like you're in control. Remember we talked earlier about how important it is to be able to control your skis. Now, more advanced intermediate and expert skis, they're stiffer, but those skiers have more skill, they have more strength, they have the ability to get the skis higher on edge, plus they're going a lot faster and they're on steeper terrain. And all those forces factor in to making it important that you actually have a stiffer ski and not a more flexible ski. Now, as a beginner, you want to be able to bend that ski right into the turn and control your ski. Now I want you to take a quick look at these 2 skis. They're actually different skis. Up top is the Nova 2 from Rosignol, and this is the Nova 6. Now they look absolutely identical. Now we talked about a difference in flexibility in skis earlier. This ski, the Nova 6, is a lot stiffer than the Nova 2. The Nova 2 is a lot more flexible. The beginner ski, the more advanced ski. Now some of the reasons we might suggest a more advanced ski to someone who's been skiing fairly recently is if you have done any kind of snow sports before. Maybe you've ice skated or played hockey. Maybe you snowboarded. Maybe you've advanced through your lessons very quickly and you're already ready to start going to the top of the mountain. taking on steeper terrain. Maybe you're ready to ski faster. Remember, beginner skis are made to stay on pretty much blue and green trails, nice, slow, controlled turns. They're not really made to perform well on steep terrain. They're not really made to perform well at high speed. If that's the case, we may suggest you go with something a little higher level. The nice thing is about these lines of skis is you can stay with the exact same type of ski and move your way up through the more advanced skis. Some of them have 8, 9, 10 different models to choose from, and all the skis, except for the color, look pretty much identical to each other. The difference is they start changing the actual materials that are inside the ski. They'll change the wooden core. They'll add layers of carbon. They'll add layers of titanal, which is an aluminum alloy. These things help dampen the ski. It absorbs the vibration that allows you to go faster and allows you to actually have better edge hold on icy terrain. So it's possible if you're advancing through your beginning skiing very, very quickly, we may suggest something a little more advanced. But most people are going to be happy staying with the entry level beginner ski. One question we get asked all the time is, how long of a ski should I purchase? And the answer is really, it depends. Generally with a beginner, we're going to go a teeny bit shorter than we would on someone who's been skiing for quite a long time. But really, it's going to be a relationship between your height, weight, your athletic ability, and really how much time you've been on the snow. So when you come into Mountainside, we're going to ask you a whole series of questions, and we're going to suggest a length of ski that's right for you. Here at Mountainside Ski and Ride, we have an amazing selection of beginner skis for men, for women, for children. And we also offer the opportunity for you to get a beginner ski package. And what that package includes is a set of skis of your choice. That we include the bindings for the skis, a set of poles. And then earlier we talked about making sure you get your boot situation squared away. So we're going to have a technician set the bindings to fit your boots, as well as look at your height, weight, and your ability level. And they use a formula to properly set up the release values on the binding so that you're safe when you're out there skiing. So if you're anything like us, you can't wait for the snow to start flying and to get out on the hill. So if you need new skis, if you're going to buy your first set of skis, come in, talk to us at Mountainside. We'd love to set you up. Again, this is Andy from Mountainside Ski and Ride at Wachusett Mountain Ski Area. Thank you for watching Snow Gear.